Good morning, everybody. Well, at least it's morning here anyway. Actually, no, I stand corrected. It's 12:20. Anyway, today I'm headed back over towards the Ize Bay area of Mie because I'm going to do one of my other pastimes, which is to go and have a look at some second-hand stores, and maybe I can find some bargains, maybe I won't. But it's a right old day. I'm well ahead with the manga. So, yeah, I'm just going to get on the road and we're going to go to Yokkaichi first, and then we're going to move back down into Suzuka City after that. So yeah, should be interesting to see what we can find. I'm sure much of it's going to be much of a muchness, especially in the hard off and book off stores, because it's very rare these days that you find something that is distinctly well priced in those stores, you know, compared to the average anyway. So anyway, enough gabbling, let's get on the road. Go on, Roland. Oh, mustn't forget the clutch, eh? Looks like the stuff I'm more likely to be interested in is over here. We'll look at that in a minute. There's some box stuff around here. Half the amount of box stuff. First C64 Mini I've seen in Japan. Wow, Neo Geo Pocket Colour there. 12,800. That's under $100. Pikachu N64. That's a good price for the PC engine there. Core graphics. Not bad. Some of these are well priced. Red Game Boy Colors has got some scratches in the screen, but nothing unusual. Gammon Kizu. Hugh Cardoni Gunhead Blazing Lasers, 4,380. Oh, it's getting up there, isn't it? Nicely priced Game Boy Advances. Some nice boxed Super Famicom there. Super Earth Defense Force, about 6,000. Ooh, that's a rare one. Neketsu Storito Basket. Not seen that before in Japan. And Kirby no Kira Kira Kizu for the Super Famicom. King of Dragons, 3,980. I got that for 330 yen in Yamagata. That's pretty good price. Engine. Okay, well that was Mandaishoten, I think is what that, yeah, Mandaishoten. It's okay. Not as much as you might imagine for a big city like Yokkaichi. Apparently this is Mie's biggest city by population at least, so yeah, but then, you know, how often are people going to be trading in 30-plus-year-old software is what you've got to ask yourself, I guess. Usual suspects. There were some good bits, so I made a few little notes in my little notebook, just prices, just so that I can compare, because there is a book off Super, I think it is, Super Bazaar, just down the road, so I'll take a look there, just in case there's anything that doubles up and might be a better price. But I think I'm going to come back here, at least for one thing, but there's a few bits that I've made some notes in my little notebook, as I say. But yeah, you have to dig about a bit. Some really nice shoes in there as well. Lots of Dunks, Nikes, and that, which would be interesting to skate in. I've always enjoyed that style, but they're way too big for my feet. So yeah, so I'm gonna head off down to Book Off now and check out what they've got in there. To sell clothes at this one, so it's a bit like an off house as well, all rolled into one. Where should we park? Let's go over this way. That's a good price. Same old stuff. Wow, Aladdin for 2,900 there. I got it for 1,800. Wow. Well, as always, it's so difficult to film in places like that, and that place was wide open. I thought, don't really want to cause a problem by filming in here, so yeah, so sorry about that. But yeah, there's a few little bits in there. Super Famicom games-wise, nothing. Game Boy, nothing. But a couple of box Super Famicom games, which is nothing special, but there's one that I want to pick up, which might be a bit of a surprising pickup, but I'm going to think about it. And they also had another game which I've got the loose cart for, but the price of the box game is so cheap that it might be worth me picking it up. There's a few other things that I saw in there that might be of interest, but yeah, I mean, they had a Super Famicom in there, boxed, only lacking a controller, I think. I'm not sure what the condition was like inside, but 3,100 yen. So that's pretty good, actually, and the box looked pretty decent. So yeah, I mean, I've seen yellowed Super Famicoms in box for about 6,000 yen now, so not a bad deal, all things considered. So I'm going to go and get something to eat and drink now, and there's apparently a hard off not far from here, and then I'm just going to make some decisions about what to do. So yeah, I've not decided what I'm going to buy yet. Yeah, we'll just see. Obviously whatever's in hard off could completely change that, but as I've said before, once you've been around a few of these, the prices do seem to sort of all begin to coalesce, and there isn't a huge amount of variation after a little while, I'll be honest with you. But we'll see what they've got going for them here, so you never know, it might be quite good. Oh, it's one of those flight sticks. Virtual on, I think. Or is it just the analog? No, it's just the analog controller. Virtual one has 2 controllers. Balloon Fight 2200. That's way too expensive. I might have spotted something that I'm interested in. Some nice Famicom stuff there. Crisis Force, Punch Out, Salamander. Balloon Fight, way too expensive. Okay, well that worked out pretty well, I think, all things considered. I must admit, it felt like I was chewing on my own words. Some days, just the Japanese just does not come out of me very easily. I think, actually, in part, that's because I've spent the last 2 weeks basically by myself in the Bari, and I haven't talked to many people. Yet yesterday, I was talking to the car mechanic who changed my tyres from winter tyres to summer tyres, and I was speaking as fluently as you like. I understood everything. Everything came out absolutely correct. Today, it was all a bit of a mess, you know. I was mixing formal and informal together. I just have days like that, so if you're learning a language, you have my every sympathy. I know what it's like, because you can be 3 years into something and still end up garbling your words, so it's strange, isn't it? I think in part, I know it sounds a bit like a cop-out, but it's because I'm actually quite hot, and when I get hot, I start getting flustered, especially as I get older for some reason. Anyway, I'm gonna take this hoodie off because it is baking today, and have a little bit about a think of what I'm potentially going to purchase. So yeah, but I've come away with one game already, so that's great. It's a Super Famicom game. It's boxed. Condition is, it's acceptable. It's a reasonable price for what it is. So yeah, so that's one little pickup done. So I'll share those at the end as always. Anyway, yeah. Next stop, well, who knows? Well, after what seemed like 1,000 traffic lights and crossroads.
Turn right. Then
Okay.
you will arrive at your destination.
Indeed, I can see it. I've arrived at Suzuka's branch of Mandaishoten. Ooh, a bit slippery there, wasn't it? Roland didn't like that much. Super graphics there. And some PC Engine arcade pads for the Turbo Duo. Oh, is it? Oh. 5,200 yen. The English are a bit pricey there. 3 button icon pad. Not too badly priced. Ooh, got a box one. In fact, they got 6 button boxed. Not bad. So look out for that copy of Rainbow Islands. The problem is that it's the same colour cartridge as baseball. So you think you found it every single time you go shopping. I'll look through this properly in a minute. There's all of the box stuff. Wow, 8,000 yen for that copy of Akumajo Doraki. It's badly faded as well. Sensation Nash. Not a bad price in Terranigma though. Konami Collection Free, 6,000 yen, Jesus. Gradius 2, Belmont's Revenge, ER Kung Fu, Keikyoku, I'm not sure what it is. Wow, not bad prices for the N64s though. We include the controller. That's not bad. Quite a bit of Saturn stuff there, I'll have a look through that. Where's the little boxed N64, but it's all a bit overpriced. Paper Mario Story. N64, sorry, Super Famicom as Usual Suspects. Amazing. I paid half of that and it's in much better condition. Rockman 7. Tetsumisho Nash. Shibibin-man. Tetsumisho Nash. That was Satellaview only, I believe. Maybe. Probably Final Fight 2. A bit more expensive, but better condition. I do like how they've created these panels though. Some rare beasts there. Hopful Mail, Bilingual Hammering, which I've got. Spanky's Quest, or what is it the same name as Hansei Saru Jirokun, yeah. Daiboken. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad I dug through that. All will be revealed. It reminds me of the shopping mall that was in Tono. Bigger. In here this is. Yeah. This style of mall is quite common in Japan. Well, that was quite good in there. It's getting dark now, as you can tell, so I've only got one more place to go to, which is a branch of Hard Off, and then I can make some decisions about some of the things I've seen, whether I'm going to bother or not. So, but yeah, there was something in there that sort of made me think I'm going to bother going through those racks of Super Famicom games, because they had a copy of Jungle Kids 2 right at the front. Now, it's not a particularly good game, but I thought, don't usually see that in the loose rack, so I thought it might be worth just going through it, and it was. I found 2 games, one which is quite an unusual one for me, but I'm going on SNES Drunk's recommendation. I found it for a price that was about 1/8 of the best price that I've seen for it. And the other one was a bit of a surprise to find as well, because it's one of my favourite sort of puzzle games, which was ported to the Super Famicom. Okay, last stop, folks. Hard Off in Suzuka City. And, yeah, I'm feeling pretty tired now, actually. It's all of this little bits of suburban driving, you never really get going. So, yeah, let's get it in there and see what they've got. Famicom's. Mark 3s. Oh, no, it's Mark 2. There's a Mark 3. Nice. PC 6001, sorry. MSX. Nice box copy of Zelda no Densetsu, Yume or Mirushima. Gone ahead there, more expensive than it was in place. Not too bad for Yume no Hoshi no Kirby. Not bad for Hoshi no Kirby there. Jackie Crash. I haven't got the instructions. Flashback, wow. I don't think I've seen that in Japan before now. Boxed or unboxed. Oh, another copy of Gunhead up there. Mighty Final Fight. That's a good game. Journal, Grand Stuart's Park. Ooh, Snow Bros. Snow Bros Junior. Bit expensive though. Well, for the last store that I went in, that was okay, I guess. They had some interesting stuff, as I showed you, hopefully, in the footage that I was able to record. But I did come away with something I've had my eyes on for a little while, and finally managed to track down a copy that was complete and in great condition for probably about the best price I've ever seen it for. So it was all worth it. I've decided not to go back to any of the other stores. I'm done for the day. I don't think there's anything else that I realistically think that I should come away with today. I think these are good, solid purchases, and yeah, I think it's best just to start heading back to Nabari, because it's now 3 minutes to 7 and it's going to take about an hour and 20 minutes or so to get back there. So I'm not going to be back until after 8. So yeah, I think I'm done for today. I think it's been a good day of hunting around. Came to a good decision on everything, I think. And yeah, it's time to go and get some food as well.